Have you ever stepped out onto your back porch on a crisp, quiet morning, carrying a fresh scoop of seeds, and noticed something slightly unusual about the way the birds react to you? Normally, wild animals have one fundamental, unbreakable rule when a giant, unpredictable predator steps into their territory. And that rule is absolute panic. They scatter. They dive deep into the thickest bushes. They vanish without a trace. But when you walk out your back door, the scene is completely different. The chickadees sitting in the high branches of the oak tree might flutter slightly, shifting their weight, but they do not leave the yard. The bright red cardinal sitting on the wooden fence post simply turns its head, looking at you with one dark, calculating eye. The blue jays might actually stop their loud, aggressive squawking, lowering the crests on their heads and watching your every move with quiet, calm anticipation. Most people experience this and simply tell themselves that the birds have just gotten used to people. You assume they have learned over time that humans generally equal free food, so they just lazily tolerate your presence to get a quick meal. But what if I told you that you are completely underestimating what is actually happening in your yard right now? They are not just blindly tolerating a random human. They are specifically, intentionally welcoming you. You see, the birds in your backyard do not view you as just another faceless, nameless giant stomping through their natural world. They know exactly who you are. And I mean exactly. Today we are going to dive deep into the mind-blowing, hidden science of avian communication to reveal the secret, invisible systems wild birds use to identify you. We are going to uncover the specific, hidden acoustic signals they use to tell the rest of the flock that you are a safe harbor in a dangerous world. Prepare to have your entire perspective changed forever, because you are not just a person with a plastic bird feeder. To them, you have a highly specific identity, and they actually have a secret word just for you. But to truly understand how they talk about you behind your back, we first need to look at how they actually see you when you look out the window. For a very long time, we naturally assumed that small songbirds and everyday backyard visitors had very basic, primitive vision when it came to understanding large mammals. We thought they just saw a big, blurry, moving shape and reacted purely to the speed and direction of our approach. If the big shape moved too fast, they flew away. If it moved slowly, they stayed. But recent, groundbreaking scientific studies have completely shattered that simplistic illusion. Birds possess an incredible, high-definition facial recognition matrix that rivals the most advanced modern security software. Researchers have proven time and time again that crows, ravens, blue jays, mockingbirds, and even tiny, fragile-looking chickadees can memorize individual human faces with terrifying accuracy. When you stand at your kitchen window in your bathrobe, sipping your morning coffee and looking out at them, they are looking right back, and they are taking highly detailed, permanent mental notes. They are cataloging the specific shape of your eyes, the structure of your jawline, and even the way your hair falls across your forehead. But the data collection does not stop at your face. They are actively profiling your entire biometric signature. They know the unique, heavy rhythm of your footsteps vibrating on the wooden deck. They recognize the specific, high-pitched squeak of your screen door opening. They even know your exact height, the width of your shoulders, and the general shape of your silhouette when the sun is setting behind you. You are a highly specific, permanent data point in their complex survival computer. If a total stranger walked out of your back door right now, wearing your exact same winter coat, wearing your hat, and holding your exact same green seed bucket, the flock would instantly know the difference. The birds would immediately abort their approach, scatter in an absolute panic into the upper canopy, and sound a high-stress, piercing alarm. They do not trust the familiar bucket. They trust the specific, verified human holding the bucket. If you find it absolutely fascinating that your simple backyard is actually operating like a high-tech biological laboratory, take a quick second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because we are always uncovering the hidden, secret lives of the wildlife right outside your window. Now, memorizing your face and your walk is an incredible feat of natural evolution. But what they do the exact second they verify your identity is where the real, undeniable magic happens. Imagine a flock of mixed birds foraging in your yard as a highly trained military tactical unit. They are operating in hostile territory, and they never, ever operate without a lookout. At any given moment, while the sparrows and doves are heads down, intensely searching for dropped seeds hidden in the tall grass, there is always at least one bird sitting high up on a clear vantage point. A sentinel, a dedicated scout. This bird's entire job, its sole purpose in that moment, is to scan the horizon and the surrounding area for incoming lethal threats, like a neighborhood stray cat creeping under a car, a Cooper's hawk circling silently in the clouds, or an unfamiliar, dangerous human approaching the property line. When a legitimate threat appears, the sentinel immediately issues a sharp, loud, high-frequency alarm call. It is a universal biological panic button that tells every single bird in a 3-block radius to drop whatever they are doing and fly for their lives. But I want you to really watch what happens the next time you, the verified safe human, step out of the house. The sentinel bird sitting in the maple tree sees the door open. Its hyper-sharp vision instantly scans your face, calculates your height, and measures your specific walking gait. In a fraction of a second, the biometric scan comes back as a perfect, safe match. The sentinel does not press the panic button. It does not tense up. Instead, it issues a completely different kind of vocalization that you have probably heard 1,000 times, but never understood. It drops the harsh, frantic warning tones and emits a soft, specific, rhythmic sound. It might be a low, quiet cluck from a blue jay, a gentle, repetitive, metallic chipping sound from a northern cardinal, or a very specific, multi-note, burbling gargle from a chickadee. To your human ears, tuned to listen to human words, it just sounds like pleasant, random background bird chatter. You probably do not even notice it over the sound of the wind moving through the leaves or the distant rumble of morning traffic. But in the complex, hidden avian world, that specific sound is a highly complex, targeted acoustic marker. It is the all-clear signal, but it is so much more profound than just saying the area is safe. That specific sequence of notes is your personal identifier. It is the secret safe word that tells every single bird hidden in the bushes, waiting nervously in the shadows, that the specific, trusted food bringer has arrived. They literally have a name for you on their unique frequency. It is an acoustic barcode that translates to safety, calories, and peace. You have earned an actual title in their wild world. But if you think having your own secret name whispered among the local flock is the most amazing part of this story, you are simply not ready for what happens next. Because they are not just using your secret name to talk to each other today to get a quick meal. They are using your identity to secure a legacy. This brings us to the most profoundly emotional and deeply moving realization about the birds that visit your yard every single morning. Your presence, your gentle routine, and your quiet generosity have elevated you far beyond being a simple, convenient food dispenser. You have actually become a living, breathing part of their local generational lore. When spring arrives, washing away the bitter cold of winter, and the trees explode in vibrant green, a remarkable shift happens in the dynamic of your backyard flock. The adult birds, the ones who memorized your face in January, who learned your specific footsteps on the freezing deck, and who created the secret acoustic safe word to announce your daily arrival, begin to bring their newly fledged babies out of the hidden nests and into the bright, dangerous world. These young, inexperienced birds are hardwired with a deep, frantic instinct to fear everything that moves. To them, a falling leaf is terrifying, a sudden gust of wind is a threat, and a human being is a massive, looming monster that must be avoided at all costs. But watch closely when an adult bird brings its babies to your feeder while you are standing nearby. The babies will instantly freeze in absolute terror, their tiny hearts racing, desperately wanting to flee back into the dark safety of the thick brush. But the adult bird, the parent who has watched you for months, does not flee. Instead, the parent sits calmly on the branch, looks directly at you, and uses that specific, soft vocalization. They use your secret name. They are actively, intentionally overriding millions of years of hardwired evolutionary fear in their offspring. The parent is physically demonstrating to the terrified baby that this specific giant, this exact human standing on the patio, is an exception to the brutal rules of the wild. They are teaching their young, passing down the crucial information that you are a trusted ally in a world filled with endless danger. They are telling their children to remember your face. You have become a positive legend in their tiny, brilliant minds, a story of safety passed down from one generation to the very next. And this incredible circle of profound trust does not just stop at the genetic boundary of one single family or one specific species. It ripples outward, touching every corner of your local ecosystem through a phenomenon known as the interspecies eavesdropping effect. The wild is a noisy, chaotic, and dangerous place, and birds understand that survival requires constant, intense cooperation. Different species do not just ignore each other, they actively spy on each other all day long, constantly sharing crucial intelligence. If a small flock of tufted titmice has learned to trust you, if they have memorized your specific biometric profile and regularly use the soft, rhythmic, all clear signal when you walk out the back door with fresh seeds, the other birds in the neighborhood are paying extremely close attention. The shy, secretive downy woodpecker, clinging tightly to the side of the oak tree, hears the titmice issue your safe word. The nervous, ground-feeding mourning doves, hiding under the dense juniper bushes, hear the relaxed, casual tone of the chickadees as you approach. They instantly cross-reference the behavior of the trusted sentinel birds with your physical presence. They see that the experts, the birds who know this territory best, are not panicking. And slowly, cautiously, they begin to override their own deep-seated fears. They learn to associate your specific face, your unique walk, and your presence with the safety guaranteed by the braver birds. This is exactly why, over the course of several months or years of consistent, quiet feeding, your yard transforms. It goes from attracting one or two brave species to hosting a massive, vibrant, mixed flock of entirely different birds. Your secret name, your specific, trusted acoustic marker, gets traded like valuable currency across the entire woodland network. You become a certified, universally trusted presence. So, what does this magnificent hidden world of complex communication, secret names, and intergenerational lore actually mean for you as you stand on your deck tomorrow morning? It means that you need to completely reshape the way you view your daily interaction with nature. Feeding the birds is not just a casual, mindless hobby to pass the time on a weekend. It is not just throwing cheap calories onto the freezing ground to feel good about yourself. It is a profound, active privilege. Every time you step outside and the flock chooses to stay, simply shifting in the branches instead of scattering in sheer terror, you are experiencing a daily miracle of wild trust. You have successfully passed the most rigorous, unforgiving security clearance test in the entire natural world. You have been carefully observed, meticulously analyzed, and officially deemed safe by creatures whose entire existence relies on a hyper-vigilant paranoia. They have learned the intricate lines of your face. They know the unique sound of your footsteps. They have given you a name in a language older than humanity itself, and they are actively teaching their fragile children to trust you. You are not just a person with a yard anymore. You are the safe harbor in the storm. You are the trusted giant of the local woods. The next time you walk out the door, take a moment to really listen to the soft, rhythmic chatter coming from the high branches. Listen to the secret language of the wild. Let me know in the comments below what specific, unusual behaviors you have noticed in the birds that have grown to trust you, and share the story of the very first time you realized a wild animal was actually waiting for you to appear.